Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Zimi, and I help folks with a job to start a side gig online and use social media to grow it. What else would you do? How else would you start a side gig, or how else would you grow it? If you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments, and I got you. What's happening? And welcome. Hopefully, you had a good Friday, good end to a week, and you are ready for the weekend. What's happening? I got a good one for you tonight. Um, trust is a big thing. I feel like trust is more earned than anything else. So you got to really work for trust, I believe. If personally, if I were to trust anyone, it would take me a while to trust somebody, just based on past, relationships and feedback. Let's just say I don't trust easy, and so it takes a while. And I understand that it's earned. I get it on the other side as well, so I get it. If you're joining me live, let me know where you're tuning in from. I myself am from Southern California. Hey, by the way, if you're not following me, I am live on all channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with hashtag Sean Azimi, or you can find me with Side Gig Sean. Either way. So, trust is a big thing. It's earned, and there has to be a little bit of a base of a trust, but the rest of it is, excuse me, but the rest of it is for sure earned. So, I got a little story for you that um, will definitely make you think about trusting, right, before knowing somebody. So, two blind men are on the streets, and they are begging for food and cash, and that's how they live their lives. One guy's got a pretty decent spot, so he gets pretty decent change for the day. And one day, and this other guy comes in and sits with him, so they both gonna get to know each other. After a while, they start talking to each other, and one says to the other, "Hey, what happened? How come you ended up blind?" Well, he goes, "You know what? I actually was born blind, and this is kind of how I've lived my life. And what about you?" And the other guy says, "Well, I actually was not born blind. Something drastic happened in my life, and I went blind and lost everything I had. And my family, friends tried to help me, but I just couldn't catch up and lost everything. And here I am. I ended up in the streets." And so they keep, doing what they're doing just a way to eat, right? They beg, and that's how they eat, until one day they're getting really close to each other. So even though they can't see each other, they name each other, see you and see me. So one day, see you tells see me, "Hey, listen, I am fed up with this life. I cannot handle this anymore. I used to see, I can't see. I used to have a life, I don't have a life. I just cannot do this anymore. I just want to end my life. The only way I want to, the only way we can do this and get rid of ourselves is to jump in the river. Well, Simi says, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I don't think that's, no, I don't want to do that. Well, Siyu, being persistent and persistent and persistent, keeps telling Simi, listen, let's go to the river and I'll even jump first. So finally, he convinces Simi to go to the river with him. Well, they walk to the river, and as they're standing, thank you, I appreciate it. And as they're standing there, thank you for the rose, appreciate it. And as they're standing there, um, again, they can't see each other, but each one of them have, thank you, each one of them has a heavy rock that they're carrying. So Siyu turns around to see me. He says, well, I'll count to three. Maybe we can jump in together since you're here already. And Simi says, fine. I mean, I'm already here. Fine, we'll jump together. 1, 2, 3, and there's this splash of a noise, of a sound. Well, turns out that they threw the rocks into the river, and the splash was from the sound of the rock, if you would. Neither one jumped into the river. So the next day, they both show up to the same spot, not knowing where the other person is, and they both sense that the other person is here, and they say, wait a minute, are you here? Are you what? You didn't jump? And the other says, you didn't jump either? And they go, no, I didn't jump. I threw a rock in. Simi says, I threw a rock in as well. I didn't jump either. And Simi turns around to Siyu, says, wait a minute, I thought you wanted to jump. You're the one who said you want to end this misery. You don't want to do this anymore. You're done. What happened? He goes, well, he breaks down and tells the other guy, Simi says, hey, listen, I just want to be, I'm just, I had a great spot here. I used to get plenty of change. I used to have extra until you came. And when you came along, everything split, everything changed. And I don't get as much anymore. I stand here all day and I barely get half of what I used to get. And the other person, Simi, says, and you wanted me dead for this? I thought we were friends. And Siyu says, I know, I feel so terrible. I feel so bad. But, I just I thought I could get my life back together. And Simi says, by killing me? By trying to kill me? And from that moment, these two were no longer friends, to say the least. And he said, you know what? I can't be friends with somebody that I can't see and yet is trying to kill me to get more. Now, the moral of the story is that if a blind person doesn't pass up on another blind person, a blind person tries to, let's just use the word, screw somebody else over, right? Basically for their cash. If that's really the case, then how do you do it with the people who do see, who do absorb, who do see you day in, day out, interact with you, maybe eat bread with you, right? It's especially these days, come on, let's be truthful, especially in today's world, it is so difficult to know anyone's intention is the key word. The intention of me talking you into going to the river and jumping off is for me. Selfish. So it's difficult to pick people's intentions when they ask for things, when they do things, right? It's kind of hard. It's kind of very difficult these days, especially to gauge what is she or he trying to do here? What are they trying to get? What are they trying to gain? Very important to pay attention to people, especially if you can pay attention to people's intentions. I think it's a very key point here. And I ask you again, trust less and make it a longer process to actually open up and trust somebody, because not everybody will cherish your information, not everybody will cherish your stories, not everyone will hold on to them and not tell the world and switch it around or use it to their advantage. Not everybody will do that, right? So I'm asking you to be more careful. I'm asking you, remember, dirt poor, so much money then. True. True. Yeah, there's all kinds of people around. You got cool people in poor situations. You got cool people in wealthy situations, and you got crappy people who are poor. You got crappy people who are wealthy. You got all kinds of people, right? People are people. So at the same time, you got to be careful who you put your trust in. I'm telling you, make that thing an earned label for them, that one they can wear with pride. Hey, I earned so and so's trust. I earned so and so's loyalty, right? Much love. Thank you, Adam, for following. I'll be sure to follow back for sure. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I always come back and check them out, respond. And listen, if you're not following me, you can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. So you can find me everywhere. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, you gotta know somebody. You gotta, hey, trust me, you gotta know somebody you can tag and they get some information out of this. Yeah, Transcendent is all I see money is a tool for food and shelter and transportation. Well, that's money has three functions, and that is definitely one of them. So that is one of them. And I can do a live on the three functions. I've done it a long time ago, but I can do a live on the three functions of money, if you would. Yeah, definitely shelter, right? For shelter. And so thank you for the follow, Adam. I'll be sure to follow back for sure. And with that, I am Sean Azimi, and I help folks with the job to start a side gig online and use social media to grow it. Where else would you start a side gig, and how else would you grow it? Of course, it's got to be online and social media. What else are you gonna do? Sell flowers by the freeway? I don't think that's a good side job. Some people do it. I wish they didn't, but they do. So if you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments. I got you. I'll get back with you after this live. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.